democracy if you destroy your middle and working class. You can't. It's impossible. And that's what we've done. And so now we are facing the specter of this, rolling kind of fascism. And you're right, people vote for it. People vote for it out of rage, out of anger, out of desperation. I don't forgive some of the views of my relatives in Maine, but at the same time I don't demonize them. It's mostly based on ignorance. But the people I can forgive are the people like Elon Musk or Trump. I mean, let's be clear. I mean, these people are racist to the core. I mean, they don't even try and hide it that much. And they're also misogynists and everything else. So
everybody can't believe what Donald Trump is doing. Siding with Putin, talking and belittling President Zelensky, saying Ukraine started the war with Russia, turning his back on Canada, who we've been friends with for forever, 200 years. There's a simple answer for all this, guys. Donald Trump's senile. He's like grandpa that's got, dementia. Hey, Google, what does senile mean?
Here's the definition of senile: of a person having or showing the weaknesses or diseases of old age, especially a loss of mental faculties.
There you go, guys. Donald Trump's senile. So now we just need to get him in a nursing home. Problem solved. You ain't got to impeach him. It's just, hey, we got to get grandpa to the nursing home. He's senile. That's why he's doing all the stuff he's doing. Makes sense, don't it? Well, I mean, come on. He's got to be out of his mind for all the stuff he's been doing.
President Milei has a gift for me. Javier Milei from Argentina. You guys know who that is, right? This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
I mean, come on, man. Donald Trump's got to be out of his mind to have Elon Musk, who has no clearance, no secret clearance, no top secret clearance, to let this guy be going through the government database and firing government people who's been there for years, some decades. And to have Elon Musk's little goon hacker, teenage convict, Doge boys going through stuff. You gotta be senile, out of your mind.
Here's the definition of senile: of a person having or showing the weaknesses or diseases of old age, especially a loss of mental faculties.
Yeah, Donald Trump, you looking senile over there, and you're going back to your racist ways. I hate to say it. The same thing you was accusing Joe Biden of is now starting to happen to you, except it's hitting different with you. You're starting to talk more about the things that you used to held secret. Now it's coming out. And your love for Putin just proves how much you want to be a dictator.
Remember during the campaign when Trump claimed that immigrants were taking black jobs?
They're taking black jobs.
Well, Trump just fired Air Force General C.Q. Brown, the highest-ranking black person in the military, and replaced him with a lower-ranking white guy. If you haven't noticed, Trump is the one who's taking black jobs. Trump fired Gwen Wilcox, the chair of the National Labor Relations Board, who was the first black woman board member. He replaced Lloyd Austin, the black Secretary of Defense, with an unqualified white Fox News host. He replaced Michael Regan, the black EPA administrator, with an anti-environment white guy who immediately ended EPA's Justice 40 program that funded black communities. And he's firing thousands of federal government workers with a disproportionate impact on black people. At the Education Department, where nearly 30% of employees are black, 60 of the 74 workers who have been let go are black. At the Department of Health and Human Services, where 1,300 people were laid off, 20% of the staff was black. At the Veterans Affairs Department, which lost 1,000 employees, 24% of the staff was black. Trump officials aren't even hiding their racist motives. White men must be in charge of everything, they say. Ever since Truman desegregated the armed forces in 1948 and Kennedy and Johnson banned racial discrimination in the federal workforce in the 1960s, the military and federal government were the few places where black people could get a good job in an era of racial discrimination. My father served in the military, and my mom and grandmother both worked for the federal government for decades, which allowed my family to move into the middle class when I was a child. That's why black people make up 13.7% of the U.S. population, but account for nearly 19% of federal workers. And that's why Washington, D.C., which used to be called Chocolate City before gentrification, once had the highest median income for black people of any city in the country. But last month, Trump rescinded the anti-discrimination rules that have been in place since the 1960s, so he could fire black people at will. We are witnessing the most sweeping presidential attack on black workers since Woodrow Wilson segregated the federal workforce in 1913. Adam Serwer at The Atlantic calls it the Great Resegregation. The reason why Trump is attacking the federal workforce is precisely because it is often more meritocratic and therefore more integrated than the private sector, says Serwer. To get a job in the federal civil service, you have to meet the posted qualifications. But in the private sector, especially in building trades, a lot of people get jobs through their social networks, according to political scientist Ashley Jardino. Trump purposely misuses DEI as a synonym for unqualified black people, but he hires the most unqualified white people to run the Pentagon,
I don't think I've washed my hands for 10 years.
transportation, education, and HHS, and he allowed unqualified teenage boys to rummage through your personal information in government databases. But for young black people who are developing skills to enter the workforce, the Trump administration just halted a federal scholarship program for HBCU students. All this has happened since January, yet the East Room black people are still grinning and spinning for the white man in chief in the White House. Happy Black History Month.